Hi guys, this is Ratchet Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case, Elite Mode, Case 12, Behind the Mask. Let's unlock Chapter 3, and I know the music stopper is about to play again. Yes, here it is. Anyway, somebody has just broken into the airship. We've just found that journalist Catherine Wolf snooping around Evis's library. Oh, why am I not surprised? She's a journalist after all. You snooping ninny! How dare you rifle through my precious books! Get out of here at once! Look at you getting so angry. What a darling thing you are. I'll show you, darling. Touch one of my books again, and I'll eviscerate you. Oh, the kitten has claws. I admire such spirit in a woman. Katrina, if I have to stand this a second longer, I'll do something I'll regret. Please get this woman out of my library. Look what you just did. We were having such fun. Please, Miss Wolf, what is the meaning of this intrusion? I simply wanted to ascertain how you were progressing in solving the crime, Lisbeth Katrina. You do know that that makes you suspicious then. After all, just because I'm a suspect in the investigation doesn't mean I can't break that scoop. And you can't. Your insistence in determining where we are in the case only makes you more suspicious. Now please leave before we arrest you for trespassing. Alright. It's clear I've outstayed my welcome, Lisbeth Katrina. Please tell Miss Holloway I'll see her again very soon. But first announce that you'll come. Katrina, I'm glad we stopped Catherine from getting her hands on sensitive documents, but now we've even less time to solve our case. I agree, we ought to head back inside the mansion immediately to see if there's anything we've overlooked. Alright. No alcohol home for me, not even a bit. I avoid alcohol, it's just who I am. Even beer. Ever since... Well, it once happened to me that I drank champagne and it was on a New Year, and immediately after half a glass I had an allergic reaction to something in the champagne. And since then I never drink alcohol. I never even drank before that. Maybe it was just a sip of beer or even a sip of rakia, but nothing in particular. I love keeping myself healthy, so... Katrina, does that notebook contain a photograph of Lady Opportunist's dead body? She was murdered at Alistair's picnic party. Oh, right, I remember her. And this is a picture of Philomena Highmore, right after she was killed at Alistair's seance. How did someone get hold of these photographs? From us? Yeah, more ominous are the words scribbled next to the photos. No one will believe the luck I've been having with these murders and the things I've been getting away with. Why does it sound like something Mr. Alistair would have written? Perhaps a strange stain on the notebook will reveal something about its owner. Let's extract a sample, Katrina. And how about this incomplete Kokoyan Gazette headline? Buchanan wrongfully accused of slander by... This concerns our victim. We'd figure out who made such a claim against Buchanan. Can you make out the name that was torn off, Katrina? I'll try. And yes, I'm also curious to know what these broken shards of metal once were. We got some work to do, Katrina, but we must leave no stone unturned if we are to catch this murderous villain. Well, two villains if the killer isn't Mr. Alistair himself. Okay, let's collect the same from the notebook. Splendidly extracted, Katerina. Let's put this black substance from the notebook under the microscope right away. Oh, alright. I expected the analysis, but fine with me doing it through the microscope. That was my phone if you heard something. So it's always something about TikTok, Pinterest, or somebody on Messenger. What's this supposed to be? What's this, a mechanical heart? What? GB. George Buchanan? I haven't a clue what this costly object is. It's perforated with bullet holes. It also sports our victims' initials. Well spotted, Katerina. Let's send this gruesome thing to Rose. I won't be surprised if she's encountered something like it on one of her forays into the more unsavory corners of Concordia. Was somebody practicing shooting on this thing that looks like heart? And the initials say GB, so somebody had a grudge against Buchanan. Alright, now the newspaper. Rochester. Katrina, the basic word in the newspaper headline was Rochester. So the headline reads, Buchanan wrongfully accused of slander by Rochester. Archie Rochester might be able to tell us what his family had against our victim. Let's have another word with him, Katerina. Right. Okay, now the black fluid. That looks like ink. Ink. Then I know exactly who's going to come. Newspaper ink, knew it. Katrina, the lab results revealed that the black substance from the notebook is an ink used exclusively in large-scale printing presses. It's from Catherine. As a matter of fact, it's the very same ink used to print the Concordian Gazette. Yes, which means this notebook must belong to our overly intrepid reporter, Catherine Wolf. Katerina, I suppose we ask Miss Wolf how she got her hands on these photos of the murdered victims, and indeed what exactly she's been getting away with. Very suspicious. Then again, you're a journalist, so... Alright, let's go to Rochester first. What's with this newspaper headline? Mr. Archie, what did George Buchanan do against your family? We know you sued him for slander. I didn't sue anyone, Inspector Katrina. I couldn't give two hoots about my family's petty grudges. I mean, yes, Buchanan did dig up some dirt on my Uncle Monty while he was alive. But then again, who hasn't? I've always said you shouldn't stoop down to the level of buffoons like Buchanan. Well, Mr. Archie, you are exhibiting rather strong emotions for someone who claims not to care. Think as you wish, Lisbeth Katrina. Now where's my valet? I need to pinch some of his tobacco. I don't know, find him. Or it could be one of you two. Alright, let's go to Catherine. You just can't seem to get enough of me, Lisbeth Katerina. I'm only here for investigation. Enough of your cockroachery, madame. Katerina found your notebook. How do you explain those grisly images and your very incriminating annotation? What can I say? Tragic as they are, these killings have been good for me. I'm planning a dramatic expose on the Alistair murders to finally make my mark as a journalist in Concordia. And how, pray tell, did you get your information? A journalist never reveals her sources, Lisbeth Katrina. But I'll tell you this, if you know how to get people relaxed and off guard, you'll simply be astonished by what they'll reveal. A little game of billiards here, splash of single malt whiskey there, and they're yours for the taking. Seems you'll stop at nothing to get a story piece, Wolf. Let's hope we don't discover your determination extends to murder. Oh, it's not going to be you. What's this copper object? Katrina, the copper object that was sent to your victim is the most anatomically correct rendition I've ever seen of a human heart. Well, told you it was a human heart. It's what's known as a kiss of death. Mobsters use it to inform the intended recipient that their days on Earth are numbered. Mon Dieu, how gruesome. Evie checked the object for fingerprints, and aside from the victim's, the only other marks she found matched Giulietta Capaci's. Oh, that young girl is responsible for this vile kiss of death? Like father, like daughter, it seems. Katrina, we always suspected Miss Capecci to have a serious grudge against our victim, and this kiss of death proves it. Let's confront her at once. Okay. Miss Capecci, you said you never heard George Buchanan. How we found the kiss of death you sent him? And what if I did, Lisbeth Katrina? It doesn't mean I killed him. Look, sometimes you gotta go back to your roots. I love caviar as much as any other girl, but only a steaming bowl of pasta will be sure to fill your belly. It's the same with George. I tried to rebuff him the refined way, but when that didn't work, I chose a more obvious threat instead. I slipped a kiss of death in his pocket when he tried to give me another of his ridiculous notes while I was playing billiards. So you admit you resorted to violent means when it came to Mr. Buchanan? No, Lisbeth Katrina, it was just a piece of metal, not a knife. Now if you're done with your questioning, I'd like to stop my tobacco in peace. Oof, it could be you. Katrina, I'm wondering more and more if any of our suspect stories can be trusted. That's what I wonder as well. But what we do know for sure is that plenty of them spent time in the billiards room this evening. I agree it warrants another look past haste. That's right. Let's do this. Oh, is that where the murder weapon came from? It's the exact same shape and it is a champagne knife. Broken bottle. Katrina, this broken champagne bottle is packed with blood. You're right, Richard didn't mention the victim had been hit over the head. This bottle must have been what the killer used. I was wondering that, and I thought it wasn't. There's something caught on the shards. Let's examine it more closely. And our wagger that box is what held our murder weapon. Its insides are covered in some sort of pink residue. Let's scoop some up. Katrina, I feel we are merely a couple of moves away from declaring checkmate in this case. Yeah, you say checkmate because you play chess. Alright, let's collect whatever that is from the champagne saber box. I'm confounded by this curious looking pink powder you scooped up from the saber box. But you're right, Katria, this isn't the time for aimless pondering. Let's send this powder to Viola immediately. Okay. $30. See, this is why you wait longer for my Chrono Case videos. Oh, what's this? Did it come from the clothes? Katarina, we need to get these fibers from the bloody bottle shot straight to Viola. I know, we have to. What's this pink powder? Viola, have you been able to make heads or tails of this pink powder Katarina found in the saber box? It is less a question of heads or tails, Katarina, and more of the birds and the bees. My dear Viola, where exactly are you going with this? My precious Isaac, this powder is the very stuff of life. It is pollen. It derives from a rare red flower called Peony aristocrat. And since we extracted this pollen from the box that housed our murder weapon, you'll find our perpetrator adorned with this regal blossom. Katriarchy won't have time for such floral frivolities after we lock them up. Yeah. Alright, now the fibers. Katrina, once I managed to expunge the grime and blood from the fibers you extracted from the champagne bottle, I discovered they were the color of the sun. Viola, do you mean to say the fibers are yellow in color? You are correct, dear Isaac. A further analysis revealed the fibers to be the highest quality silk you'll find outside of China, which allows you to conclude that the fibers come from a lemon-hued silk garment of sorts. They must have caught on the sharp edges of the broken bottle when the murderer used it to attack the victim. Well, our victim was not wearing any yellow silk, so these fibers must belong to something the murderer was wearing. Katrina, we could safely deduce that the killer is wearing yellow clothes. That's right. Katrina, I believe we have amassed more than enough evidence to arrest George Buchanan's as killer. Let's not waste any more time putting the scoundrel behind bars. Ugh, I feel itches in my nose. I'm going to sneeze, god damn it. Alright. Who was it? Oh, it was the valet. Why would you kill Buchanan if... Surely it wasn't just because he broke his statue. There's gotta be something else. Werewolf, who would have thought a venerable valet like yourself would be capable of such a hideous crime? The help is always the first to be blamed. I have done nothing. We found a spoon from your snuff box clutched in the victim's hand. No doubt ripped off as he tried in vain to escape your deadly clutches. How wrong, that could have been anyone's snuff box. But it was yours. There were traces of caviar on the snuff box. You should have kept your white clothes more pristine. Please, better Katrina, I'm far too cautious to take my clothes. Are you really? Is that not a tear in that fine silk waistcoat of yours? It's the same shade of yellow as the fibers we discovered on the champagne bottle you hit Mr. Buchanan with. Before delivering your final coup de grace with the champagne saber. So it said coup de grace, whatever. Alright, I admit it. I murdered George Buchanan. But you shall never know why. Whoa, what are you doing? Werewolf, what are you doing? Put that bottle down immediately. Oh dear. I'll take Mr. Alistair's secret to the grave. Oh, does that mean you knew who Mr. Alistair is, huh? Won't you? He's collapsed. Katrina must get Wentworth to the infirmary immediately. He cannot escape the law on our watch. Katrina, why would Wentworth murder someone in cold blood and then go to the extreme of drinking poison to conceal his motive? Well, do you remember what his last words were? He said Mr. Alistair. He whispered something about taking Mr. Alistair's secrets to the grave. We must persuade him to tell us more. I'm afraid that isn't going to happen, Katrina. Wentworth died a few minutes ago from a lethal dose of poison he ingested. So he took the secret to the grave. Wentworth's dead? Dash it. Katrina, how will we ever get answers now? Well, we gotta figure something out. Alright, we gotta stop here. We gotta continue playing in all that glitters. Number 6. So, thank you for watching. Don't click like this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!